Alright, hey everybody, Mobile Rager here with that little pop-up from just to get what you're doing. But you're back with something I haven't done in a fresh minute. I'm gonna be doing another team overview. You know, it's been a long time. And I want to do a little something different on this one now, because the original one I did was aristocrats, and it's a lot of porkies around. The original one I did was aristocrats, and I did fiends. Now, admittedly, these tags themselves, yeah, they have their other tunes in them. Yeah, so I don't know what it does. But you know, like they have other characters. You know, fiends have this, and Gossamer. I don't even really count Pepe. But today we're gonna be doing. Yeah, I wanted to do professionals in you know, limited variety of things. I mean, you can do something newer like Barnyard. I don't have Barnyard as you can see here. Not that great. I wanted, yeah, I'll say, Barnyards in general, this post-rework environment, pretty good, just generally pretty good. I mean, on this, I think it's the right R&D, I know. Yeah, Hawk R&D, you can use them here. I mean, here, watch this. There you are. 3 pros and Elmer. You know, because they got most of the bases covered on that R&D. You know, they're big on stun and everything. But yeah, I guess I should probably get started with legendary here. So the core, yeah, I guess I mean sort of the core 2 mechanics. For one, I don't know if it's on Foghorn here. This one, sturdy. Now, admittedly, there's a lot of teams at this point in the game that have sturdy. But when this team came out, and it was, I was Fireman. I'm pretty sure Fireman was the first pro, because he's got it baked into his kit there. It was a new effect, and it was basically an exclusive effect to this team. So obviously they've got that going for them. You know, the refreshes here, the taunting on Sheepdog, you know, all that jazz. So sturdy, very nice. But arguably their core mechanic are these bricks. So if you look at the theme skill here, which I don't think about, I don't think that's a real thing. Back when I originally did these team overviews. So theme skills are kind of nice in the way that they sort of tell you what the team's about, in a sense. So as you look at it here, professional tunes gain a brick whenever they damage an enemy, lose a brick whenever they're damaged. So, and obviously you get buffs for the bricks you have. So what most members of this team can, actually I think all of them, yeah, big thing with this team are out of turn effects, you know, like extra value in terms of brick stacking. So you know, like Foghorn's basic here, there's 4, yeah, so this basic damages 2 enemies, so 2 separate bricks that he gets. And then, well, not this one. And then Wrecking Ball here, you know, sort of as an additive effect. You know, does stun, does the damage, and, you know, whenever that enemy is stunned, you know, it has a passive aspect to it. Yeah, more skill. So, but, you know, you'll see your foreman jump to kill a patient, passive here. This activates, and then, you know, the taunt, or tank, is counter chance. That is the easiest way of doing that there. Because basically the ultimate goal is, you know, to stack the bricks up high. They both super tanky and super powerful, because, you know, it's plus 10% attack and defense. And when you're using Foghorn, which you probably should be, your team starts the battle with the extra brickitude. But another interesting aspect about pros is, you know, sort of their quantity in a sense. But moreover, because the reason I brought it up at the beginning of the video, I've reviewed teams that have had more than the core 4 members so far, technically. But I don't really get into detail with them because there's basically only one functional lineup for those teams. And it's kind of some of the aristocrats half the time people don't even use the Celesters, but you know, like in Towers they get subbed out for anti-hero characters, you know, Crusher and Dark Matter. But pros are nice in the fact that both Salesduck here, Ralph Wolf, and I don't care about the other, maybe Concierge, I don't know much about the rest of this team, admittedly. But like, I mean, Concierge really synergizes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Concierge. But there's at least, I'd say, 6 good members of the professional lineup. So it's interesting. I mean, the other 2 are nicher, I'll give you that, but I still think they're worth going over. I mean, we start here with the core 4, I guess, just in order of power. So we have Sam Sheepdog here. Yeah, I mean, basics, you know, pretty basic. As I say, a counterattack defender, and he's got a little stun move. It's nice, you know, because every core member of the team except Fireman can stun. So, you know, just having this sort of utility generic stun is nice. Now, nice thing about his taunt, you know, additional beginning of battle effects, so you don't have to worry about horns on him, but as well, whenever people lose sturdy, pops it as well. So a lot of the time you'll be getting, you know, not just the 3, but you could be dealing with, you know, 6. You know, pop it twice, because you can use this for his turn if you really wanted to. And that, you know, 6 counter, it's basically guaranteed unless there's some sort of anti-counter or you get stunned. Then you get a little extra benefit, you get some extra defense and debuff resistance. And, as well, his speed game, well, he cycles taunt well, because you see your Clock Watcher. If he doesn't have taunt, whenever an ally is damaged, he'll get 16 or 25% turn meter. So he's nice in that regard. You're able to sort of, he doesn't have the taunt and go choo 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 choo. I mean, it's not gonna get like supercharged by an AoE or anything, but it's good. And then if it activates while taunt is up, which I feel like they could be wording this more efficiently, he gains attack up instead. So, you know, a little extra defensive punch for the counterattack man. So that's nice. Now Fireman, he's nice because he sort of stops the enemy movement. I mean, as I say, started to turn here, removes attack up, stronger, removes the attack up from the enemy with the most attack. But moreover, unless he's incapacitated, therefore more attack up, you know, bada bing. And they got, oh, I should say they gain attack up a bit more, but you know, the quantity of buffs in this game at that point, yeah, I'll be going fairly often. I mean, it's also immune to silence, which is nice. Grants silent resistance. You know, special here sort of just generic damage. I mean, defense down, which is nice. I mean, the stat up removal, it's basics, or not basics. Yeah, the AoE, I have no idea what I'm on about. But yeah, just sort of, you know, generic damage in a sense. Now, kill patient is another big effect on I think it's this one, yeah. The first time each enemy is damaged by a professional team member, they become a rabbit. And now it's important, normally, you know, sort of these race tags, I guess, best way to describe them, you know, the rabbit, human, duck, whatever. Most of the time they're a little perfunctory, you know, and just be like a Hector thing, get a little 1-2, and a little bit extra damage or something. But in Kill Patient's case, it's a little interesting because both has a way to inflict it. In the enemy team, you're not relying on natural team composition. But also has an effect of healing and debuff cleansing. So what's nice about the extra out of turns effects, you know, things like the counter chance on Sam, or you know, the double basic Foghorn, is just like how quickly you get to this effect. Because a lot of the time, by the time your lineup has taken a full team, like by the time the enemy goes, because admittedly this team is also pretty fast, it's my experience. You know, a lot of the time, by the time enemies are taking turns, you know, they're already just popping health for you, which is nice. So that is a pretty consistently reliable effect. You know, a little extra stun benefits here, you know, pretty high capacity stun team. Basics used on stun enemies. It doesn't even have like a damage difference or anything, it's just the same skill, which is nice. I mean, you know, it gets this going. This skill is interesting. I mean, it gets extra sturdy going, which is nice. But you know, and we have this one here, which is quite good because you know, stun and a huge buff flip and some extra turn meter. Plus, if you're doing, you know, you're not even strictly wasting it if you use it on 20% health left over. Because if they die, you know, bada bing, it just goes off on somebody else. So it's Cortenets. The way I think we cover most of it. Yeah, attack down cleansing. Sure. Yeah, it's like this one, because if a kill patient attacks all stun tunes, and then Foghorn, he sort of has to stun them first. But still. And then he has extra defense down. Neato, and all that. Now, it's about. I think this normally, yeah, I think this one would be the counter discussion time. It's not doing these every 10 months is really detrimental to the effect of these. But you don't go and brawl here. They're pretty high capacity stun team, so most things are good. Yeah, wacky. Most things that work do poorly against stun. Professionals do just fine for. So your counter teams, your dodge teams, they're pretty good in that regard. Like watch this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, he doesn't go first. Well, there you go. Bada bing. I forgot Looney Petunia exists. Alright. See? Like it's a crit, but I don't know what to make an example out of. I'm doing it alright. I watch this. Perish. He did. I shrug. But see, look at this healing. Heal FX. Alright, can I go now? I mean, obviously this is a higher power. See, and this 30 kicks in. Oh, he died anyways. Alright, can you stop doing that? See, but watch this. Kill patient, I forget. 90% of the time, kill patient heals to full health. Alright, so, maybe not the best example for a team 200k better than me. I mean, the sustain's nice and, you know, just cutting their attacks down. Their attack downs down. Maybe not the greatest example. Actually, that would be a good example. I'm gonna fight Fairy Tail and see what happens. I think he used stun already. Maybe. Sometimes it just, you know, targets the same guy, it's a bit random. Try and get turtle I got the hose. Stun. Really, I actually don't even need to worry about him, really. I mean, I'll heal up here. See, there he goes, bye-bye. Inflict another stun. Get some Elmer damage going. Yeah, let's say this. I can do this. I can do the second stun if I want to. There you go. I think they work against Fairy Tail. I'm good at the Fairy Tail too, but Exemplar, I was better. Assuming, you know, just copy the gadgets from the spreadsheet. Like, how hard is it to be? So, let's go back to the pros here. So, but yeah, like, you know, teams that struggle with stun. So, a lot of your counter type teams, Space Rebels, probably, definitely Aristocrats. Outlaws. Yeah, Outlaws would. You know, they're almost generically good in a way. You know, there's not a lot of things in this game that stun is bad against, per se. You know, like Fiends, so they have the weakness of like damage immunity or dodge. You know, just anything that sort of slows the roll on damage. Is not good for Fiends, but pros don't really have that issue. Also got Mr. Wolf here. I forgot that I was planning to talk about them. So, the interesting thing with Ralph Wolf is his skill set in general is very interesting. So he starts with this special year, Plan A. You know, he gains some hidden, some crit chance. It's pretty uncommon on this. Yeah, team's kind of just about generic damage. Some turn, but I mean that's just the that's like part one. The crit chance is really only for their skill we're gonna get into. But the interesting thing about Ralph Wolf is again he kind of plays into the whole attack out of turn feature with the passive. You know, whenever it's hit against turn meter, but if it's hidden and gets damaged, then it uses the basic here. Which, you know, actually has an additional effect for this one, I think. Yeah, it does. It gives defense down on everybody. So, you know, popping this first turn not only gives you the crit chance and everything, actually might have an additional one. That doesn't. But, it gives you the crit chance for benefits here, which not only gets you some extra attack up here, sorry, excuse me. You know, extra attack up, very nice and all, but it gets additional healing, and while hidden, it's healing for everybody. Now, what gives him the niche viability? In addition to the, minor Ralph Wolf synergy, but it's two things. AoE spam things. The most I've seen him used for is to fight aristocrats, which seems a little counterintuitive because it gains hidden, and that team has bonuses against hidden. But, and again, attacker, not the greatest defensive profile. But with the benefit of sturdy, which you get pairing them up with Foghorn, in addition to the turn meter, in addition to the critting, means your entire team gets healed all the time. So even if you're subject to Countess basics, or like Countess basic, Duke special, just Melissa being annoying, you don't have to worry about any of that. As well as it doesn't even have incapacitate clauses. I don't think. Oh yes it does. I don't have eyes. But, and then there's a little special here with extra piercing that gets them sturdy. This sort of, that's an interesting little asset. Then we have Salesduck here, which will also bring up a point relating to, blah blah blah. What I'm trying to say is the way passives work, at least these passive attacks work. The interesting thing about a lot of these passive attacks is they're both undodgeable and uncounterable just innately, I believe. It's a little bit of an underground game mechanic. But obviously, like Salesduck here, whenever an enemy dodges, do damage. This doesn't miss. That's his whole point. Otherwise, it would like loop infinitely until it damages. But just innately, it can't do it. It is not possible. It doesn't miss. And I know for sure it works for dodge. And I believe it also works for counter. Not that it would matter, because half the time Ralph Wolf is using it in reaction to a counter. Which is also why it's not like counterattack. It's interesting in this way, just because that's the way the turn works. Sam, because counterattack doesn't react to counterattack. They don't loop like that. Sam gets hit by the Countess special, I mean Countess special's an AoE too, but gets hit by a basic or whatever. He's not counterattacking. if he goes, gets countered by an AoE or like an assist. Actually, I don't know if assists work that way. Assists are weird. Point being, counterattacks won't counter from counterattacks, but since Ralph Wolf's attack isn't a counterattack, it will go whenever. So again, so like it's pretty niche interaction, all things considered, and I mean most of the time you can get well enough by without it. But I don't know. If you want to make an enemy of one team specific. There you go, and Salesduck. Right, Salesduck is interesting because his archetype passive, he's one of the few tunes left over with piercing, which, you know, not the buff, but the archetype passive is flat and ignore defense. So Salesduck's damage is basically Salesduck's you know, I shouldn't have to explain that to you, but yeah, the man, especially with sure critical, the man is pretty destructive. I mean, he has some extra flip action, snipe and all, but with piercing, you know, I believe he's used for R&D. Not sure, I'm not, you know, I can check what people are using here, but
one of these has got to be a chicken.
I'm not in the world's, yes, I'm not in the world's greatest alliance. People are probably just gonna default to the thing that works. Yeah, that's, I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, yeah, I guess we'll do tertiary glance. They all have gotten stat buffs, so you could use like a male runner if you wanted to, but I don't know, I just dodge, ignore dodge. The rest of the team doesn't dodge though. Taunt removal is nice, but I don't know, I feel like the kit just doesn't do much. Same with Rabbit Boy here. So pretty sure, I mean, tune up 20 is what it is. Yeah, I mean, is that convinced? 1 to 2 stat up? I don't know, man. So yeah, and then you got like Elmer here does not much to it. So I consider these 6 like yeah. Well, I said at the beginning of the video, they're the main usable ones. Boy, I've truthfully. Alright, if we can fight more things and brawl. Sure, have fun with the silence team. Like here, yeah, we'll use this. Silence team. Team don't guess. Okay, it got silence. What's up with that? Okay, I'm killing cats. Die. Perish. Removal. You can't do this to me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Need to calm down here, guy. And I'm silenced. Okay. You were not helpful. Never mind. Oh, they all died. Alright, well, this has proved nothing. More brick. Sure. Okay. Let's try that. Let's see what happens. I mean, admittedly, on an offense level, yeah, this team's not much of a threat, so. chance to have him. Yeah, no, he's moved on with his life. Oh, did I? Maybe. I don't know what that was meant to prove. To be honest, that shot's probably open those crates. Ah, here we go. Now I'll say I'm running default. Yeah, I don't have to throw out full build. He will die. Let's just show you default interaction. Why did they have... What is wrong with this person? I didn't find counter moves the last way. I think it's stunning. So, I mean, yeah. There's that, there's not a lot of full teams here, though. I mean, we could do it against this. This is a pretty terrible aristocrat lineup. Or not aristocrat, Lunar. So this should work. But it's like, you know, I wanted to prefer it against something that doesn't suck. The problem is opportunity of cleansing. Lola is in battle here. That is why. Alright, bada boom. I don't know what's going on with her. Yeah, so I mean, pretty handy against both kinds of debuff. Sort of in general. Yeah, alright, well, that's Professional's overview. I don't know if I did a very good job, truthfully. But I'm the Mobile Rager. That's all, folks.